Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodaux, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it very, very much. I'm very glad to have back with us Ms. Deanna Lafourche. Thanks for joining us today.
I am so excited to be here.
We appreciate it. And you know, listen, it's one of those things where finding a way to support the kids always important. But finding a creative way to do that is sometimes difficult. A few years ago, you guys kind of came together and decided after COVID, we got to figure out what to do.
So yeah, after COVID, Lafourche Education Foundation was trying to figure out, like, what can we do to help raise some money? What can we do to help support the core mission of the organization, which is supporting teachers and students in Lafourche Parish?
Right.
So our board had this King Cake Festival idea, and we're not going to belabor it, but it's been successful, and we've been super fortunate, and it allows our local community to support us, but then we're also able to bring some outside money in. Yeah. Which is important when you're trying to fundraise.
Yeah, and so it's a huge part of what tourism is about. And now downtown Thibodaux has really become one of the greater places to have a festival. And so to partner with Mayor Kevin Claymore, the city of Thibodaux, very excited about that. But you guys have a vision. And I don't know if anybody saw this coming, but boy, did that festival raise some monies to really go to the Lafourche Education Foundation. And ultimately, it's about some of the most important people that we know, the kids and the teachers that teach them.
It has, and it's truly changed the things that we're able to do to support our teachers, the success of the festival. So our foundation was founded in 1996, so we've been around for a while, yeah. And had some really good years early on, and we're super supportive. I mean, life cycle of the foundation, we've given out about 270 grants totaling $690,000 since the beginning of the foundation. Wow. So visionary community leaders put the foundation together, did a really good job of fundraising, and then just, things happen. So we were able to, get into this King Cake Fest business and do some cool things. So just a recap of what we were able to do from the festival proceeds in 2020. Okay, last year. So right after the festival, when we got our numbers in, we said, we did great. We're going to send the teachers a little Mardi Gras treat. So we bought a ream of paper for every teacher in the parish. And which,
believe it or not, makes a difference.
And it's $6,000 to buy a ream of paper for every teacher in the parish. Wow. So it's something that they appreciated, and it's something that, before we would have never been able to do.
And they'd either bought it for themselves or the school had to incur that cost. And now it's just, here's something extra. Mm-hmm. Here's 500 sheets for the kids.
Exactly. So when school started, we did a teacher Amazon wish list. We were able to do $25 Amazon gifts to or wish list buys for 210 teachers in the parish. Wow. We did 29 new teacher grants last year, totaling $7,250. And then the week before the festival, we ran around handing out checks for our innovation and education grants. So that's about $40,000 going to the teachers, 18 teachers.
Yeah, it's just $40,000.
Just $40,000.
But again, those teachers that show and prove that they have these innovation skills, they have these skills to think outside the classroom, if you will, to be able to make a difference. It's just incredible. And you guys reward that.
Yes.
And the only way you can do it is by the funds that come from this King Cake Festival.
It is. So the other thing that the King Cake Festival has really allowed us to do is re-energize the Dolly Parton Imagination Library program for Lafourche Parish. Wow. So when we were trying to figure out how, the best way to spend our funds, right? We were not able to invest in that program because it was It's a free program to the people getting the books, but for the people running the program, there's a cost, right?
Right.
It costs $32 per child per year to be in the program.
Oh my!
It was $25. The price just went up.
Yeah, it just happened. Inflation happens. Right?
Inflation happens.
Right.
So we have to fundraise for that program. So one of the things we did with King Cake Fest in 2025 was we tied Dolly Parton's Imagination Library to our VIP tickets. So every VIP ticket that you buy, and every VIP ticket that's given out as a part of a sponsorship package, $25 of that is going to Dolly Parton Imagination Library. So essentially, every person that buys a ticket to be in the VIP is supporting a child for a year.
Wow. That's awesome.
So our numbers for Dolly Parton are crazy compared to what they used to be, and they're not crazy compared to my Terrebonne Parish counterparts' numbers, but they are awesome for us.
There you go. Awesome for you is all that matters.
So we currently have 962 children in the program. We have about 1,100 that's graduated. For the first time in the history of the program in Lafourche Parish, we have no wait list. We are allowed to put everybody in that.
That's 2,000 kids,
right? It's
awesome. 1,100. That's 2,000 kids,
and
that's incredible.
Kudos to the state of Louisiana too. The legislature passed some funding to help with a local match or help with a state match for the programs.
Right.
So it's allowing us to serve more kids. It's really an amazing program.
And it really is. And so what we'll do is when we get you back, we'll talk a little bit more about how that program is impacting kids who are reading, how it's impacting their efficacy in the classroom, and how we're making a huge difference for them, all part of partnering with what is already a great program with the Dolly Parton Foundation for that.
Yes.
So very, very cool. We're excited. We're very glad that you guys are doing that. Louisiana Education Foundation is very, and I know is very thankful to have the King Cake Festival tied to it.
We are.
So very excited about what's happening. And so, Deanna, we thank you for joining us here today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment and this Bayou Time. But don't go anywhere. A whole lot more right here on HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bourke, know your rights.